Mickey Stevenson is my brother. He is one of the closest people to me in life. And I feel very blessed because the Motown men, those of us who have passed on, we all had that. Those of us who are still here, we still have that. We have a friendship and a closeness and a brotherhood that goes beyond explanation. It's hard to even tell you in words what it is and how it is. But it's beautiful. I mean, it's something, and to have had that kind of closeness and still have that kind of closeness when most of us have known each other over 50 years. That's incredible. That's unbeatable.
Mick Stevenson, my pops. Hardworking man. I love him to death. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for him. Very hard on me, but it paid and it shows in my work. And I've learned more about diversity, how to not box myself in because of my pops. My pops always was the type of guy that was like, if you're a real producer and a songwriter, you don't stick to one genre of music. You should love it all. Whether it's country, rock, alternative pop. And those are the guys I admire when to be like. My father, Quincy Jones, Rick Rubin, John Bryan, producers that you can't put them in a box. So if anything I could say, that was one of the most things I've learned from my pops, and I took to heart. It took me a long time. I mean, I was kicking and screaming because I was like, it's done this way. When you're young, you think you know everything. So I've become more patient and just have a better understanding of music because of my pops. So love you, pops.
Mickey Stevenson is a talented, unrelenting entrepreneur. And again, mentor.
Mickey's a non-stop machine. He just keeps, he's like the ever-ready battery. He keeps going and going. He's got so much energy. It's just, I talk about his energy to friends of mine. It's just amazing how he just always has something going on. I love the guy. He's non-stop. He has a lust for life like I've never seen anybody have. Really incredible to me what he does every day.
A heartfelt, incredible gift to the world. An incredible gift to the world. I have said for a long time, I said, I see all, I ain't, complaining and everything, but I see them talking about all the people on Motown. Oh, they talk about everybody. But they never talk about Mickey. I never hear him say anything about Mickey. I seen him on one of the 25-year things, and he did a little splurge, and it was like really quick. I'm like, what's up with that? All the songs and stuff that he did for Motown. So I just think he hasn't had enough recognition, and I think this is long overdue. I really do.
Mickey is a burst of energy. Mickey is never tired. Mickey has more zest than anybody I know. Mickey makes you want to stand up and make something happen. You cannot say no to Mickey. I think as we go forward, his place will grow. And the reason I think his place will grow is because people will start to dig deeper. They're going to start to sit back and go, well, wait a minute. You have people like Cornelius Grant who was right there up front making the Temptations happen. So you got Mickey back there picking talent. You've got him determining songs. You got him figuring out A&R. You got him moving the company from the inside. If anything, I'm hoping that young people come to understand while they're looking at the stars up front, the people they really need to be admiring are people like Mickey who are in the background making it happen.
Well, Mickey is a dynamic personality. He's got swagger, And so when he comes into a room, he kind of like feels it to a certain degree. And I think with that kind of personality, it helps you, or it kind of like says you should do your best, and you can do it, and this is the note, and this is how it should be done. And with that, you want to do it, and you want to make it right for him as well as for yourself.
He's got to be one, Mickey Stevenson has to be one of the most creative talents that we've had in any kind of music. For him to create and diversify like he does, you know, everybody's not the same, makes him unique in any industry because of the fact we actually know rhythm and blues and Motown for unique talent. There were so many that came through, and Mickey had his hand on most of them, and all of them were identifiable. So I really believe that he probably set a landmark for uniqueness in the Motown area. And it's in plays, because the plays that he did were innovative. I don't think there are many of the artists or the producers who were doing the kind of work Mickey was doing at in his era.
No, Mickey, the real Mickey is not the Mickey he presents himself. Mickey presents himself with a hard shell, maybe so won't nobody get inside and see the real person of just how soft and warm person he is. He's a wonderful human being. He tried not to be, but he is.
It's like the Energizer Bunny. Mickey just keeps going. There can be a typhoon, you can knock down his house, there can be a windstorm, he gets up. He's the perennial guy who gets up every time he's knocked down and just keeps moving forward with a smile on his face, with love in his heart, with hope in his mind.
This is creating, writing, producing, sharing. That's what Mickey's good at, sharing. Mickey's the kind of guy who shares things, he believes in positivity. So you can never approach him in a negative way. He will stop you right away. And he's all that. And when you find someone who's willing to share, you know that person is coming from a great place, of a good heart.
He is like that father figure who's like, you can do it. This is how it's done, and I don't trust anyone else but him.
Oh man, he's like 1,000 different characters in one, but the best way I could probably describe him is experience. Experience is something that definitely defines my father. You know, he has a great heart, and you know, a lot of people would say, oh, he's wise, he's this, he's this. He's a person, like he has flaws, he does things backwards sometimes or whatever, and it's funny to watch because he's so talented. You know, it's amazing to see that, but for him, it was more of just experience, and he loves to share that with people. I mean, if he really likes you, he'll sit down with you, he'll talk to you for hours, nonstop, maybe even lecture you a little bit, you know what I mean? But he loves to share his experience because for him, those experiences mean so much to him. It helped him become a part of who he is, you know, from growing up in Detroit and to meeting the people that he's met, to his sons and daughters and, you know, his different romances and so on and so forth. But if I had to say one thing about my father, I would say that experience. And you learn so much just by sitting down with him and talking to him. You know, he's just all these worldly things that has taken place are just bottled up inside him. He just can't wait to let it out, you know.
Mickey Stevenson is such a nice guy. He has a huge heart. He's just amazing. He's just amazing.
Mickey Stevenson is an interesting person. He is funny, he is intelligent, he is very smart, and he knows this business so well, and he taught me a lot of things. So he's an amazing guy.
You can't describe Mickey in a sentence because he's too diverse. And when I say too diverse, I'm calling him that from when I was around him on a more regular basis, but I don't think he changed that much. So I would say that
you can't describe Mickey in one word or even one sentence. But if I had to, I'd say unrelenting and prolific.
Mickey Stevenson is one of the nicest, sweetest men I have ever met. And he always smells so good.
The way I describe Mickey is there's several Mickeys, but they're all the same Mickey. Mickey's my friend first and foremost. Mickey's my brother. You know, Mickey's a lot of things to me on the personal level. But on the business level, Mickey has this sense, this second sense, the sixth sense, whatever you want to call it. Mickey, with anything to do with production, entertainment, music, there's just something that if he hears it and he knows it's right, it's done. If he hears it, he knows it's not right. But it's just a sense about Mickey. But Mickey on the personal level is a great guy, a loving guy. He loves his friends, he loves his family. He loves what he's done. He has a passion for this. This is why he's still around, and I'm not gonna say his age, because if I told you, you wouldn't believe it if you looked at it. And also, if you've seen the way he acts, you wouldn't believe it, because he has a passion for life. He has a passion for what he's done. He's been one of the few people that's lucky enough and blessed enough to be doing what he was put on this earth to do all his life. So this is what's keeping Mickey around and keeping everybody wondering, if you haven't met him, who is this guy? Because you can see him across from, who is this guy? And then when you talk to him, you might not know, then you do a little bit of research and you go, oh my God. But above all, Mickey is my friend, Mickey's my brother. And just because he's that doesn't mean I would normally say nice things, because he knows me, but the things I say are true.
I would put Mickey Stevenson up in the category of Mr. Nelson Mandela.